Should we check in or wait for Josie? My words trail off as I step into the cove and onto the marble floor. I can feel my mouth drop open as I take in the magnitude of this hotel. The guys weren't kidding, Caitlin says. No, they weren't. The guys, being our husbands, insisted that we turn our girls' week away into 7 days of pampering. Despite our best attempts at finding a nice hotel with a nice beach, the guys became adamant that we treat ourselves, as a gift from them, as a thank you for taking care of them, their families, and lives while they're on tour. For a month or longer, the guys bickered about where we should stay, what we should do, and even as to where we would go. It came down to Betty Page and Eden suggesting that everyone's recommendations for a hotel be put into a hat. Whatever name was drawn would be the place that we would stay. Of course, arguing ensued about who would draw a name, because in all honesty, Jimmy, Liam, and Harrison are children in adult-sized bodies, and they can't agree on a single thing most of the time. In the end, Paige drew the name because she was the youngest in the room, and all Eden wanted to do was go surfing. Our indecisiveness was taking up valuable wave time. And that is how we ended up standing in this grandiose lobby, with our mouths hanging open, acting like we've never seen anything like this before. I should have come here on my honeymoon, Caitlin says, causing me to laugh. Did you and Harrison recently tie the knot and not tell us? I ask. Caitlin looks over and smiles at me. My heart beats fast, thinking that one of my best friends would take the plunge without having our family there to witness the act. No, she says with a devilish grin. Harrison and I are extremely happy with the way things are now. Caitlin steps forward, dragging her suitcase behind her as the sound of her flip-flops echoes throughout the lobby. It's a sound I hate, but I've grown to tolerate it with Eden wearing them every day. I follow her quickly toward the registration desk, curious of what has been booked for us. Good afternoon, Mrs. James, Mrs. Davis, the clerk says, before either of us can give our names. I glance quickly at Caitlin, who rolls her eyes. I'm sorry, but how do you know who we are? She asks. Surely our reservations are under a different name? Most of us in Atlantis are big fans, the clerk tells us, as her fingers move wildly over the keyboard. When we found out you were coming, we all became very excited. How does one find out? I ask. The clerk stops, but doesn't make eye contact with us, meaning our question goes unanswered. Great. Perfect. No privacy.